The book of Ecclesiastes, part of the Old Testament wisdom literature, begins with that memorable aphorism, "Vanity of vanities, says the preacher, vanity of vanities." The Hebrew word the author uses there for vanity comes from the same root as the word for steam or vapor, signifying something that is fleeting, here today, gone tomorrow. In St. Thomas More's rather satirical work Utopia, he presents a society where money is no more, and precious metals are handed over to the state and put to humble and degrading uses. Chamber pots are made of gold, and the chains for slaves are also made of gold or silver, so that the natives will come to despise these metals. As for jewels, they are given over to children as ornaments and playthings, with the knowledge that the children, as they grow up, will put them aside as foolish distractions. Now, if we come back from More's utopian civilization to our modern world, we find that the global cosmetics industry is now a $230 billion a year industry. The word cosmetic is ultimately derived from the Greek word cosmos, meaning to order or arrange. If we go back to the book of Ecclesiastes, the author does not advise each person to don sackcloth and ashes and live as hermits. Rather, the book of Ecclesiastes says that we should enjoy the simple pleasures of daily life, eating, drinking, and taking enjoyment in one's work. These things are the gifts of God. But what about makeup and jewelry? What attitude should one have for these? St. Thomas Aquinas tries to arrive at a midway point between the extremes of Utopia and the lavish living of J. Gatsby. Aquinas says that makeup is permitted to please one's spouse, and presumably to find a spouse if that is one's vocation. It's also permitted to conceal a disfigurement or to maintain respect for the dignity of one's office. For example, a queen is permitted to wear makeup to maintain the dignity of her office in front of her subjects. At the end of the day, these things are a means to an end, a means to fulfilling the duties of one's state of life, at whose heart is the law of love, loving God above the passing things of this world, including the aging human body, and loving our neighbour as ourself for the sake of the glory of God, whose timeless beauty is reflected in the wonder of creation.